I know.
He would ask you to, now can you just go like,
And he doesn't give you any time either, right? Like, he'll put a song on and it'll play for 30 seconds and he'll be like, oh, you got it? Just fucking jam. You know?
They should have it.
All of your ideas are total musical fucking nonsense. And I've...
that's the name of the episode!
yes! Total.
The Shug, Shane Hollister. Logan, Ineichen. Lyndon, Ehlers. Wrastlin with music and life. For life. All right, we're wrestling with music, and this is episode number 7. Are we lucky? I don't know. Feels like no. Okay. I've been setting up fourth mic, and apparently we're not going to get that today. So it is what it is. Obviously, today we got a birthday boy in the house. Known this cat for what? 7 years?
It's been like 10 years, man.
10. Holy shit. Okay. I've known this cat for 10 years. This is Jake Lee. First guest of the Wrestling with Music podcast.
Yeah. We couldn't wait. We couldn't
even get you a microphone.
Yeah. I think he's used to me shitting on him, so no mic. It's like just the same old, man.
Just used to live shitting on me, man.
Binge and purge. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something today for sure because my favorite band, let me put this up. My favorite band just released an album this week. They've released a few singles, right? Like 3.
3, yeah.
Previously to this, their full length called Immutable, I think. I tried to say it. I was like, is that right?
Yeah, that's how you say it.
I believe that's how you say it. Meshuggah. And we haven't really talked. We talked about Meshuggah a little bit on this, of course. We'd be remiss if we didn't.
I don't remember.
I don't think we. If we did, we didn't go into full depth. Like we brought up like Gent and like other bands running with it. But
by the way, that's the number one saying of this podcast. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I've noticed that.
I only listen to like half of each episode, maybe.
Well, you got to the bad parts.
I mean,
and that's good because everything was bad. That's the joke. No, Meshuggah Immutable. I went through it at least 70 times because that's what I do with every Meshuggah release. And I will say, of course, as usual, not disappointed whatsoever. Heavy as hell. And there's some weird stuff in there that I was like very taken back by. I think one of the big ones would be Black Cathedral is a song. It's just a straight up,
it's
like
just a
death metal as shit.
It's just a trem part.
It's just, and you're like, what? And you're expecting fully, dude. I don't know. Have you listened to it?
I haven't listened to the full thing yet.
I fucking knew it.
No. Hey, fuck you guys. You guys don't even watch wrestling at all. Fuck off. My fucking shirt says enough for you fucks. My shirt says it's a wrestling thing you wouldn't understand.
Well, and again, I did watch a little wrestling, so I do know a little bit. But I don't think we're going to get too much into that because wrestling is happening currently, as Lyndon just said. WrestleMania.
It's not just WWE. Like all weekend, they have like the Collective down there, where it's like a bunch of like indie companies that like all come together and have like these fucking huge shows. Like Ring of Honor had their first show, then they thought they were going to close their doors.
I thought they fizzled out.
Nope. Tony Khan, who owns AEW, bought it, and Samoa Joe showed up last night out of nowhere.
It was a separate promotion?
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably smart business-wise, like Vince McMahon buying ECW and still running it as ECW.
Yeah.
Sad when the guest knows more about wrestling than we do, Lyndon.
Look, I wasn't to understand that I was brought onto this show because I knew about wrestling.
You're the music side for sure.
Yeah, so I don't feel
you
bad.
were brought onto the show because you're fucking funny as shit.
Oh, that too, for sure.
Like just looking, smelling. Either way, the point is back to Meshuggah. I have to say a few things. Obviously, I was talking about Black Cathedral because that one just like threw me for a loop where I straight up thought there was going to be death metal drums coming in or something. I'm like, what is about to happen? It's a 2-minute instrumental of just trim picking to the fucking gills, just like it's straight up death metal.
Which contrasts against the rest of the album because it's a pretty slow album. It's like Obscen.
Well, I mean, again, I've heard that comparison a lot, Obscen, and a lot of people are ragging on it. And again,
Obscen was fucking great.
Yeah, Obscen was amazing.
Well, I mean, you said you were talking earlier about you've never been disappointed.
Right.
But, like, I've kind of been... Everything since Obscen's been boring. Nope. Like, I thought, like Colos, and then the Violent Sleeper Reason, that was the one after that, right?
Mm-hmm. Which was heavy as shit.
Yeah. Heavy. No, they haven't been bad.
From Lyndon.
But I feel like they kind of plateaued, you know? And so far, what I've heard on this one, it's like they've gone up past. They've you know, gotten past that. And but yeah, that song is cool. It was just, it didn't really, once I saw how long the song was, because I'm listening to it on Spotify on my phone as I'm driving, so I'm seeing the time code, and the song is like 2.5 minutes long. So once I noticed that, I was like, oh, it's just going to be this the whole song.
Yeah.
Very Meshuggah-y. The thing that annoyed me was the end of it. Like, they always end every album now with just those...
Well, and it was nice, which, I mean, it was called past tense. I thought yeah. I mean, of course, every Meshuggah release, I'm super excited, and I'm going, man, this is going to do this. And then they do something completely to shock me. And I love that. That's what I love about that band. Is it's hard to shock me anymore. I listen to if Killswitch has a new thing tomorrow, I'm gonna go, okay, I kind of expect.
Yeah, I heard that.
Not saying I
heard
won't.
That 10 years ago, 15 years ago, probably.
Not saying I won't love it. I'm just saying I'll be honest.
That's kind of how I felt.
I've seen
this album, though. Like, it wasn't. It was definitely Meshuggah. I listened to it, and it's like, well, this is Meshuggah doing their Meshuggah thing, and I love it because I love Meshuggah. And to circle back to what you said, as far as Colos and Violent Sleeper Reason goes, they were boring if Obscen never happened. Like, they were good.
You think
albums.
so? Oh, okay.
But next to Obscen, that was like their crown jewel.
Dude, it's peak.
It's amazing.
I think
it's amazing.
Like that could be the first Meshuggah album you show somebody, and then be like, now listen to everything else.
That's what happened to me. That's how I got into Meshuggah. I saw the commercial.
To me, I mean, Chaos Sphere, but that was that time, obviously.
Chaos Sphere is a weird one to show to somebody that doesn't know Meshuggah, because it's fucking chaos.
It was amazing.
It's so
that was
weird.
The first stuff I heard of Meshuggah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I believe that was probably me showing you that? Or did you
I actually had a Meshuggah album when we met each other, I believe.
Same. I had nothing, but I didn't get into any of it really until I started hanging out with like you and Tim.
That's true.
And like I was just forced to listen to all of it. Like that's when I discovered like, oh, Meshuggah isn't just one album.
Yeah.
And goddamn.
We could talk about Meshuggah a whole episode. But I think we should just do what we normally do and not. Let's not talk about Meshuggah the whole time. But I just want to sum it up by saying my favorite song on that by far is Ligature Marks. That is fucking old school Meshuggah. And with a new twist at the end where he does something harmonically that they haven't done since Contradictions Collapse, where it's just like, and I don't want to get too much
into the part I was singing earlier? Yeah, that's... We're in agreement.
The whole album is unmistakably Meshuggah, though. Like, if you put that on the radio in the background, if that just came on and you didn't hear any vocals, you would know it was Meshuggah. Right. It wouldn't matter what song off the album it was.
I think it's a step up. I don't think it's Obscen. I don't think anything will be Obscen. Yeah. But I'm happy with it. I'm super psyched. I mean, I've also been listening to like 5 other things just today.
Right.
The new Zenith Passage song came out, and that's ridiculous.
I need to check that out. I was going to do that, but I've still been jamming Ghost again, and Ghost is too good. And what the fuck was that?
That was my phone, Dingle Dong.
Turn that shit off! Fuck, bro. What do you know?
I can go over here and fuck around on my phone, but I'm like,
Jake's
on silent.
Nickname is The Mistake, and I'm just glad he made a mistake. It's just already, it's in his code, and we're going to be completely forgiving because it's Jake the Mistake. But all the way through, It was a good listen. It's definitely Meshuggah, and it's definitely something you put on when you work out because you just will lift way more than you should. And that's, kind of what I was listening to it earlier, and I'm just like, this is so good, especially ligature marks, man. And again, I could see the comparison to Absent with that song specifically because it reminds me of the groove Born in Dissonance a little bit.
Yeah.
And which is probably my favorite Meshuggah song. Actually, it's pretty damn up there, man. That's one I just go to, Born in Dissonance. But yeah. Anyway, I like the release, and I can't wait to keep listening to it, and I hope they keep going because they're in their later years as musicians, which Thomas Hawk has already said. So it's not me talking shit. I think we all know that. And you normally don't produce shit like this in your older age. So, I mean, when's the last time? I'm sure there's plenty of.
There's plenty. I already know what you're going to say. There's so many. But it's still cool. I'm not going to.
Okay.
Oh, Demolition Hammer. I saw Demolition Hammer, which you probably don't even know.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. I hope it has something to do with Demolition Man, the movie. That's the only thing I'm thinking.
Probably nothing at all.
Their first album's called The Seashells.
Oh my God!
I thought you were being serious for a second. I was like, no, what?
Did we ever figure out the 3 seashells? Anybody?
That's the 3 seashells.
That took me until you said that for that to come forward.
Jack's been charged one fine for saying things out of line.
But no, these guys released one of the coolest fucking thrash albums in the early 90s.
Okay.
And I saw them play at Full Terror Assault. It was like 1 year when me and Dan went down there. And those dudes are all like 50, 60 years old. And they were just, we watched them side stage and it was so fucking good.
I'm going to guess you did not do mushrooms or any sort of drugs whatsoever.
Absolutely did more acid in my entire life. No, there was we were side stage and there was this other band playing. I don't remember what they're called, but they were the guitarist had this giant pedal board, but it was just like a workstation pedal board, so it had like the stomp buttons. It wasn't like a bunch of stomp boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
And he would hit the single fucking random button in this whole mess of things, and it would trigger 808s.
Are they local?
No. Oh, they're shit. What the fuck? Insight. That's what they were called. They're from St. Louis.
So we're not talking about like an old school Bay Area thrash.
No. No. But he would hit this 808, just kind of like tap it with his foot perfectly.
Oh.
And I'm tripping so hard, and the whole stage was just going like the stage would ripple every time he'd hit one of these 808s, and I was like, I lost my hat that night.
Again, I'm going to ask Shug this because I feel like we're the same. I couldn't do drugs like that at a show. You've never done that, right?
First off, I've never done shrooms at all.
Okay.
So if I was going to do shrooms and then go to a show, I'm sure it'd be a great experience, but I have such a negative personality sometimes when it comes to like thinking that I probably would just, it'd probably be awful. Like, I'd be like, I'm never going to see these bands. I never want to go to a concert again.
Right.
My buddy that saw Guar on a couple hits of acid.
See, that's what I was doing.
All right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, man. This side of the room looks like they do that, though.
I don't, though.
That's stereotyping, motherfucker. Come on.
With you.
I'm happy to play into the stereotype. I'm not even that crazy anymore, but no, that was acid. I was on acid.
Oh,
it's like
shit.
mushrooms, like weird older brother, that might fuck you. Don't be alone with Sid.
Oh my God.
He's done things. So
Hilarious.
mushrooms.
Sid, because I'm thinking of Toy Story.
Yeah, I was thinking of Sid.
Yeah, it's like mushrooms or Andy.
Yeah.
Fine,
Yeah.
Right.
It'll be your friend. Hold your hand, and acid's just gonna fucking jerk you off
Sid.
with a dirty hand and make you have to go to therapy.
It's Sid when that's what I exactly
Make you watch him build weird dolls in his backyard.
Right? And then blow them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they come to life and they're like, "Hey, you fucked with us.
That's
now
the
we're
acid.
gonna fuck with you,
That's the acid.
brother."
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
Like, if you were gonna do it, I would be like, I'd say, take like the smallest dose of mushrooms and go to a show, and it will blow your mind at how awesome it is. It's not like a full on trip.
Right.
It's just like
a little bit of enhancement.
There's a little bit.
There
Like you did.
go.
Well,
wait,
when you
And
said
it's different from cats.
Like when you-
right? Like one of them's more of a body high, and one of them fucks with your head.
I don't know.
Wait, I don't know.
I eat them. I just eat them.
I just need the shit.
Look, you just 1, 2, or 3. 3's a lot. 1's enough.
I've heard that some people can just mash it up to the point where they almost like swallow like little bits at a time too, instead of
Yeah,
just
you
chewing
can
it up.
crunch it up in a bag and just.
Yeah.
That's what I did at your show.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you how much you took to go to the show.
So I took half an eighth before I left to go to the show.
Is that considered a lot?
Well,
I don't know.
like an eighth is like a standard shroom hit.
Okay.
Shroom
So you took a
dose.
half of that then. Okay.
It depends on the shrooms too, because if you get them wet, if you get them fucking wet, that's like eating 2/8.
Yeah.
If you're going straight
Because
to
they're
cartoon.
wet?
Like when I say wet, I mean
fresh.
like
this lingo.
fresh
Oh,
picked.
Oh, fresh.
Someone
I was
just
like,
picked them. It's like you bought like a little, those styrofoam cartons of like portobello mushrooms at the store. And
yeah.
That's what they look like. You bite into this shit's and they're bright fucking blue.
Okay.
That's when you know you're fucked. when like you're sober and you're seeing colors in it.
Oh man.
I'll speak your language. When the gimmick's blue, brother.
Yeah. Shit's blue, bro.
Brother. You're
But,
gonna be
like-
seeing neon green, brother.
So I ate half an eighth, and then I had the other half with me. And yeah, so normally my rule is don't eat anything until you get there, and I broke that rule, and I started tripping halfway across the Centennial Bridge. And it's like white knuckling.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh boy,
my
it was
God.
tough. But then I got there, and I had the rest of it, and just like throughout the night, I just
When you
little
say
bit.
tripping, would you say like comparable to like just really high on good weed, or like fucking tripping like you're having visuals?
Oh
and-
yeah, no, the first. So like a really crazy, you're just really crazy, super high.
Yep.
You have this light feeling in your gut, like you're floating, and that's usually the first thing you feel, and you can feel really tall sometimes. So,
I wouldn't know how that feels.
but my point being, like, it can make you really
Is it
social.
closed eye visuals, maybe?
No,
Okay. That's just going back to Meshuggah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you were very talkative after
Yeah.
the show was over. I could tell.
yeah, absolutely. It can feel really good, and it was. I mean, if you do something like that where you can focus, like watching wrestling or watching a band. I watched a band called Gorgasm while I was tripping on acid, and it was a fucking life-changing experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking unbelievable.
Was it a gorgasm?
It was.
Okay.
Like, his dick just shot blood.
Oh my God.
Just out.
We're going
Blood.
to dicks again. Shooting blood.
There's
Anyway,
a
so
corpse
I-
song in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to bring up.
I think if you like to go to live performances of any kind, you should experiment with
Right.
light psychedelics. Not crazy.
Well, no,
Don't just.
That shit can ruin your fucking life
Dude,
for years.
absolutely. Holy fuck.
I don't know that. For
man.
reason.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'd be like, I'd go to a show and be like, I never want to go to a fucking concert again.
Dude,
like,
no. And the weirdest, it'll be way weirder than you can imagine, because it'll be like you'll be at a show and it'll hit, and within 20 minutes you're thinking about a thumbnail that you swallowed like 10 years ago, and if it's still inside you, you can't stop thinking about it.
Right.
And then
Once you think something, you can't unthinking.
Yeah,
and
it
you're
just
gonna
stays.
agonize over it. So
that's acid.
Okay.
Mushrooms is just. I've never had that on mushrooms.
So I've kind of like, I think I've been to things where
Gotta take a
I
lot of
felt like I was tripping. Right?
Right.
Like,
Careful.
because it was so amazing, the experience. Like,
Oh, you
literally-
were just- you were on a, like, a
was
real just
I even
high.
there? So, like, a big one, an easy one for me to explain is San Francisco WrestleMania. Colbster steals the belt and becomes the champion in front of me, and I, like, everything flashed before my eyes of, like, starting in the yard and well, the front yard, not backyard, so we were fine. Front yard wrestling, and I literally I don't cry. I mean,
Right.
at like live, and there's people I don't know next to me. I just start, and it was just like when you described like being on mushrooms and just like loving a lot and shit. It was like all the love in the universe just hit me, and I look over and Brad's crying, and I'm like, "You fucking pussy!" You got like water coming out of you,
Dude.
man.
Hey.
It's like salt water.
No. I had a fractured ankle at the time too, so like I couldn't even stand up and freak the fuck out. So instantly just grabbed my phone, start fucking texting him.
You refractured it?
I fucking almost, the way I fucking felt when it happened, I was watching him run down the fucking entrance. I was like, dude, this is fucking happening right now. This is happening right now. Because every time they cash in, it's so fucking rare that the person doesn't become the champion like right then. So he's running down the ramp, dude, and I feel...
What was even better was that he lost earlier in the day.
Yeah, he did, to Randy Orton.
Nobody would expect you to win the title later if you lost on the same card. That's like unheard of. I think it's never happened.
Nobody's ever... Okay, so what happens is, to explain to Lyndon, he probably doesn't know, there's these matches that they have called Money in the Bank. So they climb a ladder, grab a briefcase...
I played No Mercy.
Okay, all right.
Fuck Kurt Angle.
All right. So
I know what you're talking about.
Right, so
Such an amazing
so with this briefcase, you can cash it in any time, wherever, whenever, whatever. So he does it during the fucking main event, and it's funny because it's Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar tonight as well.
No, that's tomorrow.
Oh no, that's tomorrow. That's right. You're right.
Colster's tonight,
which we don't even know who it is.
Yeah, and I love that. I think that's probably the coolest angle I've seen in a long time. Is like, we're literally talking about straight up. We're talking about we don't know his opponent, and I think that angle is really cool because there's so many people it could be.
Right.
That's where it's like, okay, I do actually I want to watch. Now I want to watch anyway, but I just usually don't have time or whatever. But I'm going to watch Mania. And, again, there's a part of me that's like, man, of course, just like all of us, wish I was there, but we got life things now. We're adults, and we're going to...
Dude, here's the thing is, like, you guys have all been down there. Mm-hmm. Since Colby's been on TV, I have not been to one WrestleMania.
Right.
Like, I really want to try maybe next year. Like, I'll bring Axel with me, too.
Texas is a pretty far fucking distance.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
But, dude, that would have been a fucking cool one to go to, though.
It would have been. And again, it's my stadium because I'm a Cowboys fan, motherfuckers. I don't give a shit. So Shug, by the way. Shug is a Cowboys fan.
Well, when I actually gave a shit about football, yes, I was a Cowboys fan.
When there's a girl involved that likes the Cowboys, he'll like the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. That's how it works with... All right, that's hilarious. Because that's how it works with every chick who dates a dude.
Right.
And you'll see them date another guy and be like, oh, I thought you were... Wait, now all of a sudden you're a Steelers fan? What the fuck? You were a Patriots fan like 3 months ago.
I feel like people just do that in general.
Oh, they do.
Well, no. That's a good topic, Lyndon, because think about all the music that people just go, and I'm not like this, by the way. I don't care how hard a chick cheats on me or fucks my life up. The music I love that she might have liked, I ain't gonna not listen to. But there's a lot of people that be like, they ruined that song for me.
Oh,
you guys
my
have
God,
that at
no.
all, or no?
Maybe one when I was like a teenager.
Right.
Oh, what is it?
I don't remember.
Oh, damn it. Was it Getting Jiggy with it? With Will Smith?
Well, I mean, we're talking about cheating women and shit. We can bring up Will Smith.
It was definitely a Will Smith song. I just can't remember what. No, I don't remember. I think it was like a Lacuna Coil. I think it was
straight to
it was
the Wild West.
I'll tell you. No, it was definitely some female song. I think it was a Lacuna Coil song. But
Lacuna Coil. You have to
Not
remind me. What did they sing? Lacuna Coil.
I couldn't sing it.
Oh.
You know who they are.
I know,
Yeah, if you saw the album, you'd be like, "Oh, that."
I think I seen them live because they were at Pig Stock or whatever.
They probably were, yeah.
yeah.
And the chick was hotter than fuck.
Yeah, she's really,
And
she's a
really
good-looking chick.
talented singer. Tiny, like super tiny, but man, and that was a fucking good concert, man. Because I think Demi Borger played.
That was a bunch of people. I didn't go.
Oh, you didn't? Fuck.
No, I went and saw Aliens versus Predator instead. and I was disappointed. I was really disappointed with Aliens versus Predator.
I actually wasn't that disappointed with that one. And I'll tell you why, because it was brutal. And I love when things are brutal. And
no, listen, that first one, the first Aliens vs. Predator, that was not brutal at all.
Whoa. Okay.
Requiem.
Yep, you're right.
The second one was sick,
Adrian Brody,
brutal.
right? Adrian Brody.
No, that's Predators.
No.
Predators.
You're way off.
God.
You're way off,
all
bro.
right.
Also
Sorry,
not really brutal. Requiem. Aliens vs. Predator. Requiem is
They killed a
retarded
kid
brutal.
like 5 minutes into the movie.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, aliens get into a maternity ward and like all
Babies
these
and-
pregnant women get it like whatever the word is, egg infested.
With already a baby in there.
Oh my God, that sounds like a band we should
So
start.
honestly, it really wasn't any different than regular birth.
Right, after
Like,
birth.
just terrible things coming out of people.
It's almost like, hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal.
I'll have what fuck, I don't remember.
Spaceballs.
Fuck, I fucked that up.
Balls.
Yeah.
One of the greatest movies of all time. Like,
Wait.
I remember.
Was that in Spaceballs?
Yeah.
Oh,
when
yeah,
the
you're
fucking,
right.
It bursts out of his chest.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And
that's
he's just
right.
like fucking dancing on the thing.
Oh, fuck, that's
Oh
right.
my God. And
What
then,
did he have?
Yeah.
Oh, he had the soup.
what's the best one is the dude's in the desert, like, you come in the desert, man. Go ahead, Lyndon.
You find anything yet? And like, nothing yet. And it gets to the guys with just like the pick.
Yeah.
And they're both dragging it across the sand. And he's like, what about you? And he's like, we ain't found shit.
There's no F-bomb in that, right?
That would have been fun, though.
There is in that movie, I think. No.
Well, if there is, it's only one. It's PG-13, right?
There is only one. Yeah, but it's 80s.
There is?
And they got away with that a little more.
Oh, okay.
They got away with that a little more.
Man.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess
Out
you're
of
right.
order.
PG movies had tits in them.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
The old
Even in the
MASH
future,
movie had
nothing
tits
works.
in it in the beginning.
I mean,
Really?
yeah, old Romeo and Juliet was PG-13, and you see Juliet's tits in the movie. So
Claire Danes one?
No. Way older. What
What was the one that, oh, God damn it. Anybody want a peanut? What's that?
Princess Bride.
Princess Bride. Ah. See, that's
Where did your mind go with that?
you said Romeo and
How the
Juliet.
fuck did
I don't
that
know.
come up?
Well, we're suddenly talking about amazing movies. So
Yeah, it's true, we
keep
are.
up the
we
fucking
have not
whatever.
talked about Predator 2, though.
Oh, yeah.
We should literally, you know what we should do? We should just do an episode where we watch Predator 2.
Yeah, and
You know,
we
but
just-
it's like not off, we don't show it. But
Yeah,
you can just you can just play it along.
I
Just
thought
watch
about
the
doing
movie.
that with WrestleMania, but I was like, I got to do a bunch of shit.
Yeah, there's
Hook
too
up a
much
bunch of
going on,
shit.
dude.
Yeah.
Here, I want to hear the fucking glass shatter tonight and listen to that fucking crowd
Is that tonight? Yeah, he is tonight, actually.
After 19 fucking
Is
years.
he actually going to wrestle?
And guys, I got to pull this back in.
Kevin Owens, the guy that they just put up a free match of AAW, me and him, a free match before he was on TV as Kevin
So
Steen.
the guy wrestling Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I have a few Stone Cold Steve Austins. Well, just one.
Right.
Awesome, dude. He's sitting right across from me. The guy that wrestled Kevin Owens, who's wrestling Stone Cold Steve Austin. How was Kevin Owens in the ring?
Dude, awesome. He's fucking awesome. We got to work together 3 times. The first time we brought him in, Danny was like, well, how the fuck do we come up with an angle for him to come back next month? And I'm like, Merrick Brave, Nick, was standing next to me. He goes, dude, just have him beat him tonight. That doesn't happen. Listen, they bring a guy in. They never have a top name indie guy beat a guy for the championship on the first night.
Right.
Ever. Fucking ever. Usually they put the guy over. So when he beats me, it's on YouTube. When he beats me, everyone in the fucking crowd stands up.
Hell yeah.
And then they put up the match where I beat him the next month. And I just stood up because there was one heckler, and I just run over and just put my finger in his face, and I go, fuck you. After I beat him, I was like, fuck you, man.
Oh, man.
But the whole match was re-put up today for free. Or not today, it was a couple days ago for free.
Did you rewatch it?
I did, yeah.
I know you had a whole
How'd you feel
show
about your performance then?
I mean, there are certain things I didn't like, but like also watching it with Marcus in it brought back some memories of him and like.
Oh yeah.
And he had some actually really funny, cool parts in that match where he goes to get in the ring, Kevin kicks the ropes into his nuts, he falls in, hits me, gives Marcus an atomic drop, which hits his nuts again, and he's getting ready to hit Marcus again, and he goes, Stop, I'll get out, I'll leave. And he's getting out and he kicks the ropes again between his balls. And I think Marcus came up with all that. I was like, that's
awesome.
fucking great. But like, I took a sleeper suplex in that match, which is like, think about taking one of those now. I'd be like, man, I feel like I'd get dropped right on my fucking head.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the match and the finish was so fucking cool. Like, yeah, if anybody feels like watching it, I mean, it's free on YouTube right now. Check out SCWPro. You can subscribe or whatever. They have me and Kevin Steen, now Kevin Owens, second match after he took the belt off me on YouTube for free. But yeah, he's going to be in the ring with Stone Cold Steve Austin tonight.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's the main segment for tonight.
Right. I mean, straight up.
Dude, and have you seen pictures of Stone Cold right now?
Is he
fucking jacked, bro?
Well, he's always been pretty big.
But like, no, he looks like he's in in-ring shape,
He
ready
can't be
to
as
go.
big as he would. Like, I've seen him recently on his Broken Skull show. He looks like he lost a lot.
He's lean. He's lean. I mean, when you get to that age, dude, trying to be
he's like
big,
almost 60.
Right,
close.
trying to be big, but like, dude, you could see all the fucking veins in his fucking arms and shit. I was like, oh, bro, that's gonna be so fucking cool.
I think it was him and Mick Foley and HBK. This is like 5 or 6 years ago. Just showed up on a WrestleMania, and he was looking like shit.
Right,
he was fucking fat.
Right.
Wait, who?
Stone Cold.
Okay, yeah.
Dude, he's in some fucking shape right now, bro.
But I think he was heel, right? He was.
He wasn't
It was
on
just
TV.
like a guest appearance with a bunch of classic guys that just showed up one day.
Yeah, he was just hanging out.
Well, I
Threw
mean,
a few potatoes and left.
he's knowledgeable.
He
I mean,
does.
Stone Cold is very stiff from what
yeah.
people have said.
Apparently.
All that shit with the Undertaker.
For people that don't know, potato is literally when you throw something and you hit, but maybe you're definitely not 100%, but you're hitting. Well, let's just say Mikey Shitfreak's probably the worst. Anyway, Mike and Eichen, thanks for hitting me for a billion times with potatoes when we weren't even actually doing it in front of people.
Yeah. In front of a goddamn camera.
Right. But, man, it's just crazy that, that connection, and you, obviously, I don't know what your relationship with Kevin Owens was.
I haven't talked to him in a long time, but he's a great dude, and he's one of those guys who, he has this thing where he can really look like a piece of shit asshole in the ring, like genuinely make you not like him.
Yeah.
Like, I watched a bunch of his matches in Ring of Honor with one of his best friends, El Generico, now Sami Zayn in WWE. He just looked like a piece of shit. Like the way he would just do shit that's like, dude, you obviously don't like that human being at all. Like, and if you can fucking work me, you're working the fucking fans too. You know what I mean? So like, he can be that good. But he broke character today on Twitter and was talking about the emotions he's going through and all the cool things he's done in the 22 years of his wrestling career. Yeah. And like in the video, you could tell he's choked up about this moment tonight. And like like, dude, it's fucking huge. 19 years. Stone Cold has not had I don't know if it's going to be a full blown wrestling match. I don't know. But if it is, that's fucking amazing. And I can't wait to go home and see all the videos of watching these thousands of people go fucking nuts when they hear that glass shatter.
I know that feeling. I actually literally I'll tell my Stone Cold story real quick. It was I believe definitely New Orleans, because they had fucking old ass creepy ass elevators, bro. Like something you can't forget, because they just like, is this fucker gonna work?
There's like a guy cranking.
Oh my god! Hey boss. I don't even know the accent. It's fucked up, dude.
The Louisiana accent. Yeah,
it's fucking weird as shit. I don't even know. Like,
I don't know how to do it.
To me, I'd be like, "What's that?" Like, I probably said, "Wait, what? What'd you say?" Like at least 1,000 times, and I'm deaf as shit. Anyway, so we walk into the hotel. We had to get situated because a lot of people don't know, but like WWE has like a whole hotel booked with family and the wrestlers, and so. Of course, I'm probably gonna fuck this story up. By the way, thanks,
a story where you were there, like that happened to you. You're gonna fuck this,
Bruh gave me a dossier of all the things I fucked up on the stories. By the way, that he was with, especially the Vince McMahon one. He's like, that was in blah blah blah. I don't even remember what he said because it was so subwoofery. Anyway, so I don't think Bruh is actually in this story, so it doesn't matter. It's my story now. So I see Jim Ross for the first time. I don't know if you guys remember JR. Goddamn, Stone Cold!
Who can forget?
Yeah, who can forget Jim Ross? And he's walking through, and he sees the elevator. We're waiting for the elevator. I know Dearborn's with me, and I I can't remember. There was probably a third person, but Dearborn's with me. The elevator opens up, and it's old as fuck. This thing's like, and I'm like, oh shit, we're about to. This is gonna be The Shining, straight up red rum. So we get in this bitch, and JR's like, can you hold that or something? And somebody held it, shit, because me and him are Dearborn looking at each other like, fucking Jim Ross. Holy shit. And then I just hear outside, because there's always fans outside, and they actually put a gate up. I hear 316, and I'm like, oh shit. And he opens the door and he sees Jim Ross, right? And he beelines, oh, hey, JR, you son of a bitch. Like, just loud as shit.
Yeah. No, that's probably true.
I think he's got a beer, and he just rolled up, and he fucking gets in the elevator. This elevator is fucking tiny. And I'm sitting there. It's me and Dearborn back against the wall.
And you guys aren't small guys either. Yeah.
And Stone Cold and fucking JR. And I just look at him like, that's fucking Stone Cold. And he goes, well, goddamn, we're going to need a motherfucking shoehorn to get out of this son bitch. And I started laughing, dude. We couldn't hold it. And I just was like, oh my God, I want to say something. And he gets off. And I was just like, ah. And then Jim Ross was just super nice. Like, you boys having a good night. We didn't say nothing. We were just like, oh, should we say something? Stone Cold is the coolest motherfucker in any elevator that's ever existed. And
if it makes you feel better,
yeah.
I can pretty much, even though I wasn't there, I can corroborate that story was true because you told it to me exactly the same way.
Okay.
Oh, okay. This is exactly how it happened in his head, for sure.
Oh, man. I wanted to talk to him, but we're in an elevator. It's weird. I'm hoping I see him later or something at the bar. I'm like, oh, there's a bar. But we didn't end up going to that bar because there's literally a bar everywhere.
Yeah, you can walk down the street with a fucking drink in your hand, right?
And there's a bar here. And then there's a bar there.
Well, you can take a drink from one bar to another bar. They don't give a fuck. Right?
So
they still don't drink there like they do in Iowa City.
Oh, really?
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
about I had friends that moved there, and they said they moved there and drank less than they do here. Iowa City, it's makes
pretty bad.
lists. It makes national fucking lists for their tailgating.
Well, let's not be proud of that.
I'm not proud of it.
I am. We like to fucking drink. Yeah. There's corn up in
Wisconsin has us beat.
I was just gonna say.
I don't think so.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers drink for real. They drink a beer to sober up.
They have the warm one in the morning. I gotta go to work.
I talked to this sound guy at a show I played with Helm Splitter in Milwaukee, and he was talking to one of the other guys in my band. Oh yeah,
you're good.
And he's talking to one of the other guys in Helm Splitter, and I walked up in the middle of it, and he's like, yeah, we ranked number 1 in that. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? He's like, oh, DUIs, of course. And he's like, straight out his pants. It was like the funniest fucking thing. Holy shit, I love it. No, I love Wisconsin because of how extreme it is. It's just...
They have a death metal scene,
They do, dude.
And they have for a long time.
Like Kenosha and Racine and probably a bunch of other weird named towns that I've never heard of. Fuck, man. A lot of really cool fucking bands. And then, I think Celestial Serpent is from...
Oh, is that the shirt? I can't see it.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, I thought it was an Angel Force shirt.
Brad.
But they're either Wisconsin or Illinois. Upper Illinois. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But Putrid Piles definitely... The one-man death metal band thing definitely came from Wisconsin, I feel like.
Is that one man death
That's
metal?
what Putrid Pile is. It's just this one guy, Sean LeCan.
Is the Toxic Holocaust just the one guy?
Yeah, but he has a band.
It's like Nine Inch Nails type.
Putrid Pile plays to a drum machine and just does vocals and guitar, and everything else is backtracked.
You guys do that shit too, right? That's the same thing, right?
It's because of Putrid Pile we were able to do it. We know we could do that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think more people should do that. If you want to be a performing musician and you can't get a band together or you can't find anyone that'll...
Fuck, you just got to know how to do it. That's the weird thing is, I would have never known any of this, this shit existed the way we do it, but Dan just knows.
So did you say he was guitar and vocals or bass and vocals?
Putrid Pile, it's just vocals and guitar. It's just one guy, and then he has a bass and drums backtrack. Yeah. And we have vocals, guitar, and bass live, and the rest is backtracked.
Well,
Very interesting to everybody listening.
We know Pit Lord and Pit Lord are doing great. I mean, obviously, I sold you guys. I probably sucked your dick on the last episode.
Pretty
Almost.
much.
Yeah,
Pit Lord's the coolest local band.
I was the shit lord.
Just the coolest local.
Hey, you guys had a goddamn pizza named after you.
Oh, that was
we weren't the
hype.
only ones. A lot of bands have.
Oh,
And
I
then
know, but
and then they
still.
wanted to quit after that show. They said, "Fuck it, that's the height we get. We're done."
We're done.
You hear a lot of dumb motherfuckers saying, "Oh, there's nothing to do in the Quad Cities." There's a really healthy music scene, and it's not just fucking metal. Like, there's all kinds of jam nights you can go to.
Yep.
The folk scene is great. They got a blues festival.
Can I just say how much I really do miss being asleep in bed?
Oh, no.
In my twin-sized bed,
Yeah.
all warm and just safe.
Okay.
And fucking hearing a "Welcome to Earth" downstairs. And then I hear Shane, yeah, fuck it. Like, and I'm asleep still, and it's in my dreams. It's in my dreams.
Came out of my nose, man.
It's in my dreams. I'm dreaming about you guys crashing through the Great Wall of China, and then Shane is just like, fuck it. Yeah. And I have to get up, and I have like 8 missed calls, and they're all from you.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey,
And-
come downstairs. Yeah, we
come
just-
to. Hey! What? Are you sleeping? I come downstairs, like, in just, like, my fucking shorts, and you're like, "Boy, let me say something." And this is like 10 minutes of fucking rambling, and Shane is, like, circling in the kitchen behind you, like, like, just, like,
Mars
punching,
attacks.
like, slamming the bathroom door in the kitchen, right? Just, yeah, that's what you get, you know? And you're just, like, trying to put your arm around me, like, listen, I gotta show you. Okay?
That's a pretty good drunk Logan impression. That's what
I fucking lived through it. Listen.
Head on, man.
I've never drank alcohol in my life.
Oh, my God.
Listen, bud, you know, listen.
I want you to hear me when I talk.
What is your favorite band right now? Now, I know.
Doesn't even let you finish it. It just hits you with something
listen,
else.
I'm going to tell you why it's Meshuggah. Okay?
He's nailing this to the fucking floor. Man. That's what you sound like when you're
Son of a bitch.
You call me and I don't answer the phone because I know you're
the
alive.
episode you fuckers were talking about.
So fucking on, dude. He's so on right now. Like, that is fucking dead on. Drunk Logan. Like, dude, like that's
Because I was the prey most of the time. And I was the one that would wake up, I would get up out of bed, and I would fucking come downstairs and just stand there.
Yeah.
And just listen. We're like,
we should have recorded all of that shit because, like, we could watch it together, but, like, never show anyone. But, like, we could laugh so fucking hard
Second
at that
Chronicles,
stupid
man.
shit.
You're the guest, and we have, like, given you no time to talk for a second. Hold on. I want to ask you how you met all 3 of us, brother. Put you on the spot.
Well, if you want me to go in chronological order, I met Lyndon first.
Oh, shit.
Way back in the fucking day. Like him and Freitag, because I was hanging out with guys that worked at Michael's Sports World, and they were all selling, and that's where we'd go to get shit.
Michael's Sports, they're selling.
And
What
I
are you
remember
fucking selling.
you had
sound like a good time already.
I don't know anything about it.
And I thought I was metal,
in the parking lot,
but I wasn't really.
place.
Wasn't metal, huh? No, he wasn't metal.
Well, I loved heavy music, but I grew up in this fucking religious house, and I only had access to what like people showed to me or what I found on TV, and like extreme metal wasn't really around. I was into Strapping Young Lad and Deicide and stuff, but for the most part,
That's pretty extreme metal, bro.
Okay.
You met Lyndon first.
I met Lyndon at
We partied at Michael's Fun World.
At Michael's Fun World.
Oh,
After
nice,
hours.
nice,
It was a
nice.
lot of fun. We'd get fucked up on triple C's.
You don't have to move it. It's
Right in the
fine.
middle.
I can still hear
And
you.
play
It's
laser
fine.
tag, and I couldn't hit anybody.
Oh, no, it's terrible. Yeah.
So one time we were on the
I
fucking
love this. Here we go.
go-karts.
Go-karts.
And I was somehow I got turned around and I was going the opposite way.
Jesus.
And we had a head-on collision.
I didn't even know. I was there when it happened, but I saw it happen, and it was terrifying.
Oh, shit.
And my shit was fucked up, man. Like, I needed stitches in both my fucking legs. I didn't get them, but I needed them.
Okay.
Was I next, or did you meet Shug before me?
No, he came with you. I met him through you. I met you at work. We worked at Custom Pack.
Oh, Custom
And I was
Sack.
wearing a Shadows Fall shirt.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason you approached me.
Really?
Is because I was like, we'd sit together at lunch, and you'd say, "Didn't I see you wearing a Shadows Fall shirt?"
Did I? Okay.
Yeah.
It's always
you have
music.
I was
always
saying, I
music.
think that's probably the same story for everybody because how I first met you was I had the Dimmu Borgir CD, and you walked by and you're like, "That's a pretty good CD."
Right,
You were talking about all these drugs you wanted to do, and I'm like, this guy's a fucking idiot.
No way. Not Logan.
But like for the most part, he's pretty cool and calm and reserved, and he sounds pretty intelligent, and the things he says are pretty thought out. And then he invites me over to hang out because I told him I was a musician, and he's like, "Oh, you got to come jam with my buddies." I had known Derek before too. I didn't know that until I actually met him.
So he's coming down to West 2nd Street, which we've been talking about.
And it's like
I like to hear outside.
This is going to be the name of the episode.
Like,
West 2nd
Try
Street,
to be a
man. Like,
writer.
for real.
Think about rolling up to West 2nd Street and shit for the first time, brother.
I'm used to this guy that's pretty smart, and like the things he says, he thinks about them quickly. There's not a lot of space between
That's
what you
already
say and
funny.
what he says, and what he
Right.
says is pretty well thought out. And then I open the door, he's like, "Oh, how the fuck are you, man?" He's all fucking sloshy ass drunk. And he's been drunk for 12 hours, and it's 7 o'clock at night, man. Like, I haven't started to fucking drink yet.
Oh, man.
That's what it was like to live with him.
I found that out.
I still out partied all these fucks.
Come home from work at like 9 p.m. and he's on the couch watching. Hey, grab some vodka. We're watching True Blood.
Oh, my God.
Great
Yes.
show.
You want
Great
vodka?
show.
He's drinking vodka out of a blender.
Oh, dude, he was good until like the 3rd season where they started getting real fucking
I
weird.
didn't mean to bring up True Blood.
Sucker Stackhouse.
Every time.
My favorite shit, brother.
Every time.
Oh, Bill.
Dude, wow, it's like dead on. Both fucking things, man. You gotta
I
stop.
jerked off to that shit. So anyway, so you come in and you remember,
And
'cause
I
you
brought a
up-
bass.
Yes.
And you thought I was bullshitting when I said I played bass.
I thought he was literally going to be some new metal piece of shit.
Oh my!
and
Yeah, but he was
did-
wearing a Shadows Fall shirt, so why?
Yeah, but some new metal people like Shadows
He'll
Fall.
tell the story like all I ever fucking listened to was Godsmack, and like I'd never heard extreme
What?
metal in my life, but that wasn't the fucking case. I played you one of my bass riffs, which was like a straight Iced Earth ripoff. It was like Iced
yeah.
Earth and Coheed and Cambria and Rush all rolled into one.
Nice.
He's still doing that. But
And he's like, "Holy shit, Jake can play bass." And then he's like, "Can you play any Pantera?" I said, "Yeah." What do you want me to play? Domination. So I just played Domination all the way
and then
through.
we were best friends.
And then we were best
That's all it
friends.
took.
Become best friends.
That's all it took.
And
You guys
Derek
gonna do
came
karate.
in and we played some Pantera songs, and I think we played Crazy Train, and that was that. No matter what I
guy's a
like,
bass
like
player.
I'm a real bass player, man. So
He
like whatever
actually
you
plays
put in
bass.
front of me, I can give you something.
Right.
And we are writing right now currently. We've always been, so it's not like it stopped. And Jake's probably the most active with me right now. And as far as like, right now I'm trying to do my own solo thing, I guess.
Darkrift
without
did force
anybody.
me to level up, though.
Right.
You
and-
guys
and-
pushed me and made me
Always
better.
does, yeah.
Right. And I think that would probably be more Derek. I don't want to take credit for that. His playing is insane.
He wanted me to play. It was the same thing with the band I was in before that, where I just had to play, like they're playing these really fast 30-second note runs, and I have to play eighth notes, and
Yeah.
that's fucking boring, and I don't want to. And probably it serves the music better for most bass players, but
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I want to do the fun thing and play really fast, so it just pushed me to nail that down.
I think both of you guys have that in common, that you had to come into a band with Derek and be like, "Oh, this dude's fucking out of his gourd."
I have to be better.
Like he just always wanted that.
That was such a bummer. It was such a bummer.
That motherfucker can lay it down.
And just
Yeah,
not the
he can
rat
lay
song
down
though.
a lot
Not the
of,
rat song.
Rat's not
Must be a
bad,
joke.
man.
Oh,
Neither's
anyway.
that first Winger album. That's a rockin'
Dude,
ass
hey.
album.
Oh, yeah.
here we go.
Oh,
Dude.
yes. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Rockin', man.
That's my birthday album.
What's your favorite Winger song?
Shit. I know what it is.
I don't think that's a song. Winger with
Yeah.
God damn it! It's definitely something off of that. The self-titled. I can't remember the name of the.
Yeah, because I saw that was something that popped up and
Time
like.
to surrender. That's it.
What is it?
Time to surrender. Time to surrender.
Dude, I'm jamming that shit on my ride home.
Real
man.
heavy metal, man.
Jamming
It's
that
not
shit,
fucking.
man. So many people
glam.
gave that band so much shit
because of Beavis and Butthead. That's why.
and then Kip Winger did Playgirl and didn't even get nude. He actually wore more clothes.
Pure
Right.
Steel will always be the man.
Typo negative,
Dude,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That guy was like 8 foot tall.
Yeah.
Well, he died because of the giantism or whatever, right? Right?
He died. Look, my brother saw them in Wisconsin, and he said that he cracked 750 milliliter of Jaeger in front of the mic.
Yeah.
He cracked the seal and downed the fucker in like 30 seconds. And
Well, hang on.
I
He
heard
had
he
the
died.
same
Go ahead.
thing as
I'm
Andre
saying
the
that had
Giant.
something to
Yeah,
do with
he
it.
was a giant, dude. He was huge.
Yeah,
as
no,
shit.
I heard that's
he
what fucking
actually
killed him,
died
though.
because the blood bank ran out of typo negative, and
I knew that
shit.
I should have
And he
fucking known. I
died.
set
But
him
you
up for
never
that
see
fucking
it
shit.
coming with him,
I am
man.
high enough to think that that's funny.
They could have got it from me because that's me.
Well, they
And
call that
anyway.
disease giantism, like where
That
you.
makes sense because his face, he looked like he had like a
And he was like, "Whoa,
Here's the
A
thing.
little
What,
bit like Rocky Dennis. If
what
Rocky
happened?
Dennis was handsome.
Well, it's Paul White had it, and it's a gland that
Pituitary
Yes,
gland.
where you
and
just
it doesn't stop.
you just keep producing human growth hormone,
It's
and
called,
you don't stop.
It killed Andre the Giant.
Yeah,
Killed him.
it's what killed him, and I'm pretty sure that I that's what I heard. That's what killed him too. I might
something
be wrong.
gomeglia. Something gomeglia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't get it removed,
Probably a
it'll kill you.
Meshuggah song.
That's why Paul White was like 7 foot tall in fucking 8th grade. Like, or not. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it was tough
Insane.
being tall when you were in high school. I mean, you never got bullied. Everybody loved you.
Oh, yeah. That's what it
It was
fucking
really
is.
tough, especially
Jesus
when you wore
Christ.
a fucking shirt that had grease stains on it and nobody cared. And
nobody wants to
You know.
molest you because you look too much like an adult.
yeah, so Jake, you didn't say how you met Shug. Do you remember that?
No. Fucked up, man.
Oh man,
It was with you somehow.
Yeah.
I'd heard a lot about you, but you were the elusive Shug that was never there when I was there. You
Right.
weren't there very often.
the guy that has his own band that nobody's heard about.
Fuck, right?
The underground,
Dude.
Which I was playing on, and I
saw-
didn't know who you. I didn't even know you existed for real.
Right.
Right.
Like, I'm just a fucking story that people make up.
And Jake, by the way, for people who don't know, is the backup guitar player in the Shug project.
I am?
Yeah, you.
Holy shit!
You
are now.
for a while.
No, he hides behind.
Jake, like 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we actually call him the Blues Traveler.
It's
He
like with
hides behind a
Darkrift.
fucking a big
Oh my
ass
God.
thing, and he does it behind the stage. Nobody knows he's
Don't-
there. Got to raise my glass. This birthday boy right here.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy
Birthday, Jake. Yeah.
Always just glad to be with you guys. And we have to put Jake on the
I like
spot
it.
and get him a little
What did I
embarrassed.
say? Like
he
it?
actually was going to perform
Yeah.
tonight for us.
I don't know.
He was going to perform his set, and we probably should
That's
have.
not true, actually.
I don't know where you were.
It was gonna blow our minds, brother. and I wish I was on. I could see him on a street corner. And
I'm
just,
literally that boring ass dude in a flannel shirt on a fucking stool. Playing acoustic songs.
Fuck yeah.
I love it. I just
Well, here's the thing,
I
guys,
need that
as
out
much
of
as
music.
we can
Like
hate
metal
on
doesn't
that-
do everything for me.
You've always said this too, and it's true. You could bring me one riff, and I'll make an entire song.
Every time I come over here with a riff, and he's like, "Oh, well, what's the next thing?" And then he just pushes me into making. And then I'm sitting at home agonizing for like 2 hours about how to put this song together, and I come over here, and he just forces me to make one in 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, that's. I mean, dude, I lived through it. I remember sitting in that bedroom drinking wine out
Oh,
of a
man.
Kool-Aid
Out of a
bowl,
fucking cottage cheese.
writing like.
Actually, I had a
Wow.
really sophisticated glass for Lyndon. You guys are being assholes. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, it worked perfectly. And we drank a lot of wine and we recorded a lot of stuff, random shit down there.
How many nights did me and you, literally, and you, Jake, just, come up with a part and just bust up laughing so hard?
I mean, dude,
What do you think the neighbor was thinking?
Well,
Like, what the fuck is going on over there? It's
Keep your shit in.
Hold on your
To that end, you and me have unwittingly collaborated a bunch of times because he'll have a recording of something you did, and I'll be like, "Oh, that's badass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play all that."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like how this whole thing was supposed to be about the new Meshuggah album. We talked about that. for like
That's
10
how it
minutes.
should be.
That's how
God
it
damn
is.
it.
We can't organize shit around here, man. We just gotta go with the flow, and it's always
It was
better
a good
that way.
album. We all like it. That's that.
Fear Factory is super 90s.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
a dated
Okay.
sound.
Oh, yeah. No, like,
It's also super original sound, and no one's done it before or since.
100%.
Yeah,
I think,
I'm glad you recognize that. You can talk shit and recognize something's original. That's a musician.
I think
Fuck.
Yeah.
I think they've evolved enough other than not beyond suing each other over every fucking little thing.
Yeah.
Right.
But like
Which really
the newest Fear Factory is really good.
Dude, I liked
really
it
good.
a lot.
really good.
Really good.
I actually listened
Very
to that
happy.
whole album. I really
It's
fucking liked
rad.
it.
And like there's like bands like
The one before it was really good too. They just keep getting better.
well, whatever.
Is that Dino? Dino's playing guitar, right?
Yeah.
And Gene Hoglan still drumming?
No, I heard he just quit.
Oh, okay. Fuck, that sucks.
Wait,
I don't think he was on.
Just kidding.
I don't think he's been on. I don't think he's been with them since Mechanized.
Who plays drums for Testament right now?
I don't know.
I thought that's who it was. I thought it Gene Hoglan was
It might be
playing.
Gene Hoglan. He might do that.
And then I read
They had
I
Steve
read
DiGiorgio.
a bass on bass, yeah. But like I heard
Gibson.
like I was reading something that fucking Dave Lombardo's wife woke him up and was like, "Hey, Gene Hoglan quit Testament." Like
Oh, shit.
I don't know.
What a weird
Well,
story
hey,
to hear
actually,
about
because
like a metal
we have-
drummer.
Right, I was like, that's what I was reading. I was like, why
Oh,
is
I
that
was
so random?
asleep because I go to sleep at 9 p.m. because I'm old as fuck.
Yeah, that's
My wife woke me up and I was like, and she's what a weird fucking story.
Hey, you should play for Testament.
You play for
Yeah.
wake up, honey.
Well, he's playing for his suicidal tendencies right now or some shit right now, right?
Oh, he's suicidal.
It's one of the
Get some
Pepsi.
NutraSweet.
I saw them
And,
once. I saw them and they sounded really cool, but it was like at the Mark.
Yeah, dude, it was for Megadeth. For Megadeth, they ran into each other.
Lombardo was like running around in the crowd. That show was
I got a
fucking
picture with him.
dead. Nobody was
I got
there.
a picture with
there.
Dave Lombardo that night.
No shit.
And the singer Mick Marr, yeah.
Which was super cool for me as a fan. Like, I was very physically comfortable,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah, they
some
didn't
of
give a
them, there's
shit
no
that they
one
just
there.
came out and were selling their own merch and just hanging out at their own merch tables and shit too. Butcher Babies were doing the same thing, but I had to stay away from them because I was with the ex at the time. She knew I had the hots for that
it
redhead.
blew me away. Like, they didn't even fill out
They
the
literally,
floor, man.
Butcher Babies would have been like, "It's Shug's here? Okay, we gotta
Yeah,
fuck
that's
that dude.
that's what it is. Yeah,
He's in the crowd?
It would have been like if all the local metal bands played the Mark. That's how many people were there.
right.
Nice.
It wasn't.
That
it
is,
was,
that's a really good comparison because that is so what
It's
happened.
true.
It'd be
Yeah.
like 60 people.
Yep.
dude. Armand Amoth played
It
and
was
fucking
61.
Megadeth and like yeah.
I went to that show for free, and I'll be honest, I was bored.
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was a great show.
Nah.
I thought, like, as far as like the production of the show, I saw Metallica
Dude.
there with Down, and like the stage show blew Megadeth
Look,
out
I
of
don't
the
really
fucking
get
water.
super stoked for big shows like that unless it's like something like Rammstein, where you know the stage.
Oh,
is just
yeah.
Oh yeah.
They
That's all
did that
crazy
with
shit.
Metallica though. Like Lars had like the whole set, but musically it was kind of shitty. Megadeth was way better. But the
Megadeth-
stage show,
I was okay with
cooler.
seeing Megadeth. At least I could see Megadeth. Amon Amarth was just so boring, though.
It was boring. I hate
Like,
admitting.
I
that,
like
but it's
those
true.
guys, but
Their stage set looked cool, but like it is what it is.
It's hit and miss, man. Like they got a few songs I like, but I can't just sit and listen to Amon Amarth.
Yeah. Oh no, I listened to like one album.
2 bass players in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I want to ask Shug something I don't think I've ever asked you. What's your
play
favorite
bass?
bass player, brother?
Between me and Jake.
Yeah, right.
Right
Fuck
now.
you, bowl.
If it's not him, you're stupid because he's better. He's just a better player.
I knew he would say that. That's why I brought it up.
But Lyndon was also putting over like stuff that you can do that he can't.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah,
he
he
was
was
saying that.
actually 'cause he's way better at tapping. I can't.
Yeah, tapping. That was what it was. He was like, you're really good at that. So
Really good,
Your
they're both-
left hand shit though, like, but you're a better guitar player than me too. I'm a guitar player, but my lead stuff is okay.
I have no leads. I don't know, man.
It's
Like,
different.
Shug, answer the question.
best
What's your
bass,
favorite
my
bass
favorite
player?
bass pair. I don't know. Fucking Steve Harris, probably from fucking
That's a good answer.
Iron
That is a
Maiden.
good answer.
That is a
just
good
because
answer.
like every time I hear Iron Maiden, I hear him no matter
that's
what.
because it is him.
Yeah, I know, but like I fucking hear him, and I love it.
I'm not like when I listen to it now. I'm not really like a fan of his tone.
Yeah,
It's kind of
It's just an opened up P bass.
right, but I like his parts and everything. Like I got way better when I started playing Iron Maiden songs. I started figuring that stuff out. Like Power Slave is such a wild fucking album to learn on bass.
It was peace of mind.
I never learned any of those.
You never learned the Trooper or Revelation?
No, I was a Power Slave guy.
Oh my god.
That's a great album.
And Number of the Beast, Invaders was like the song I played the most.
They're all the same though. It's all
I know they are. No, that's the thing. Steve Harris like does the same gallop over and over and over. Like George Callias does the same roll on every Nile song. Like Steve Harris.
You gotta
does the
have a
same
signature,
gallop.
right? You know, those guys.
You could do
are so
more than
fucking
just
good.
one thing.
I mean, he's not like my only favorite.
I think
That's
the
so
I was
coolest.
like, you guys put me on the fucking spot.
12-bar blues, right? It's all the same progression.
No, just
another
any
one.
bassist.
What do you think?
I mean, there's what's his name? Alex. What is it? Alex Webster? Yeah,
Oh,
man,
yeah,
he's fucking
100%,
amazing. Like,
100%.
dude, he always stood out too. Like, because you could hear his shit over stuff
Also,
too.
A lot of that's just the mix, though. It doesn't even have to do with the player.
Well, no, I was just I'm
He hits hard with that bass, brother.
It's hard,
plays up on the neck.
but it's the same thing as Steve Harris. Alex Webster is writing most of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he's
So you're
standing
hearing
out for
the
sure.
stuff is starting at bass.
Right.
But I also remember
makes a
really
huge
liking
difference
Steve
in the
DiGiorgio stuff.
So that's my favorite.
Steve DiGiorgio.
I
It
don't
makes it a
think
lot more rhythmic.
Yeah, Steve DiGiorgio for sure, because I've never heard a bass player made me almost fucking cry on Control Denied. Those parts are so original. There's nobody that touches that.
I mean,
Nobody
Chuck
touches
Schuldiner is going to fucking make you play like he's fucking Derek Aaron. He's going to make you play the best you can play.
I would disagree now because the guy that's in Beyond Creation plays
Okay,
that
well,
fretless.
again, I don't know.
Well, we're not talking. I'm not saying like.
I didn't say the best bass player ever. I just said my
Doesn't
favorite.
dude from
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying.
No, we're not saying best. No, just our favorites.
Favorites?
Bro, there's a billion.
You can't hold no groove. You can't hold no pocket.
There's a billion guys that like it.
I remember watching that with you guys.
Like Pino Palladino, man. Like there's all kinds of Jaco Pastorius. There's amazing.
There's just these are the ones of our favorites that stand out to us.
And Victor is probably my favorite bass player of all time. That's such a hard. Favorite in what? Like on what metric are we measuring here?
Right.
Because he's
So
like,
I just say favorite as in, did this fucker get you to feel something? And Steve DiGiorgio made me listen to Control Denied 1,000 times to hear his parts. He came with the originality of a god. Well, he's also playing a fretless, and that's very unusual for that style.
Like that stuff with Testament, like DNR.
Yeah,
dude, he's fucking standing
That's
out.
when
That
he's
shit's so fucking
using like
cool.
a really dirty, gross distortion. That's when he started using like more distortion shit.
Yeah,
he's on this black metal album that Eric Peterson did called Dragon Lord, and he uses fretless, but it's like nasty, sick distortion over it. It's so
I gotta listen to
crazy.
that.
Yeah, it came out in like 2004. I pre-ordered it from Borders.
Anytime I was
my god! I'm old as fuck. Wait, no, hold on. My mom ordered it for me.
I was gonna say, Miss Ehlers, the teacher
She's
of our
the
class.
best. Right after she ordered me a Mortician shirt from like some gross black metal magazine.
Oh
She
my
was the
god!
best. Ordered me my shit.
that's awesome.
Didn't even care.
I mean, I literally side exampled Steve DiGiorgio for Shug Project. I'd go, what? Remember? And I'm like, do that. And you're like, can you do that? Hey,
What? Hold on.
do that.
No, my dear. You're gonna be like that. Do that.
Jake knows that speak as well.
you can't really.
But somehow it ends up working out, right, boys?
Right, no, but he would ask.
I know
He would
it
ask
would.
you to, now can you just go like,
And he doesn't give you any time either, right? Like he'll put a song on and it'll play for 30 seconds and he'll be like, "Oh, you got it? Just fucking jam." You know?
They should have it.
all of your ideas are total musical fucking nonsense. And I
That's the name of the episode.
I put it to the test, right? We're sitting there getting drunk, and he's like, "No, man, I want to hear something fucking original." And I'm like, "All right, I'm just gonna make the dumbest noises that I can." And he's just sitting there. The dumber my noises get, he's just like, "That's fucking badass, man."
And it was fucking badass.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
Remember that for your thumbnail, asshole.
That's what we're doing. I got everything I need, man.
Oh my god!
Hey guys, shout goes out to all the people we mentioned in this episode. Bands, musicians, everybody we put over. Sometimes you need somebody to put you over. Speaking of, like and subscribe and share this link. Also, if you could check out the Patreon, because the Patreon is the reason why we might be able to continue to do this and put up an episode each week. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, cheers, brothers and sisters.